u/random user and Askreddit. What do people claim they do, but in reality, they don't?
Welcome to
AutoGenLabs.
Daily Reddit content.
By Rogurzz.
For the internet.
Tell them I said hi, of course. I sure will absolutely do that.
They put LOL when they probably didn't actually LOL.
A shocking amount doesn't wash their hands after using the restroom.
Read the terms and conditions.
Proper hygiene. Some people swear they clean, but you can smell the stench and tell they're liars. Floss.
Being an architect at Vandalay in Dostars.
Probably actually pray when they say thoughts and prayers, lol.
Most of these rappers claim that they do this and do that, put in work when in reality, they're just studio gangsters that say beep just to sell records.
I am fine.
Eat at a calorie deficit for an extended period and gain weight during that period.
The research.
Wash their hands after going to the toilet. It's disgusting seeing how many people just walk right out the bathroom without washing.
People here claim they don't care about celebrities, then just don't ever shut up about them. Man, I don't give a beep about celebrities, blah blah blah. Did you just see what Elon Musk just said? Haha, what an idiot. Holy beep, Keanu Reeves is the greatest. Must be a vampire. I love him, no beep.
I'll text you when I get home.
When people send me TikToks, I tell them I'll watch them later. I never do. Ever.
Go to the gym usually said leading up to New Year's.
Vote. Especially in local elections. Also when they say, I will take that into consideration. Their mind is usually already made up.
Say they work out. Legit know a woman who would put on a workout outfit, step outside, take a picture of her feet about to run, then go back inside and eat a package of Oreos.
Wake up at 4 and take cold showers. I honestly don't believe people who spout these activities.
Care about the planet.
Read the Bible.
Anyone claiming that they don't like drama, you are the drama.
The people who tend to talk about beep the most are the ones who aren't having it.
Text me later /
have beep with my mother.
And then
Work long hours. They just stay at the office a long time. Likes to travel, try new food, go hiking.
Raid.
Young couples who claim to have built their houses by themselves. Almost always there is a parent who's helped out.
Research. I'm a transgender female, I know, shameless thing to admit, and in this political climate, it's wild to have people who know nothing about the subject of transgenders and tell me how it works and that it's not real. I've studied this for 15 years endlessly. I've been invited and attended international summits for doctors and their +1s to learn about the modern changes and developments to this particular medical science. So to have someone send me a link to a 15-year-old article written by, I don't know, some random conspiracy theorist who's an expert in medicine yet somehow doesn't possess a doctorate, telling readers that gender and beep are the same and binary is wild. I've met people who have female chromosomes but were born with male genitals and vice versa. It's really redundant to debate science because the phrase trust the science is inherently wrong in and of itself. You're not supposed to trust science. That's the nature of science. You have to distrust it and continue developing further understanding. These opinions come from people who, just 15 years ago, thought 128 MB was a lot of storage space. Now I can fit 1 million megabytes onto a tiny card that slips into the mega computer I'm typing this on. Trans people aren't a danger to your children. We literally just want to go to Walmart in our sweatpants and buy cheap groceries like everyone else. My existence isn't an event.
I make 200/year, while sitting in a small apartment with 5 roommates.
Practice their religion.
Care about you.
We should definitely make plans and get together sometime. I never know when someone's serious about this. Is it just an expression people use, or am I the bad guy for not following up on it?
I don't beep in the shower.
Share how they really feel. The standard greeting is hi, how are you? Yet, if answered with any variation other than good, it seems to be considered rude.
Weird one that I noticed as a bar bouncer fight. Masked people often think that to be a real man, they have to be physically tough in a combative way. That's pretty untrue, and it's a dangerous attitude in some areas. More dangerous with specific people. A regular dude can probably throw a punch. 85% of them never actually have since grade school, or ever. They will however talk to other guys and inflate that truth or outright lie. You can usually tell who's lying anyone that has been in multiple confrontations. They would say things like I've never lost a fight or I bet I could kick that guy's asshole. The best one is he didn't get a hit in. Every human being that has been in multiple physical conflicts has lost one. Beep, champion boxers and martial arts masters lose fights getting to their positions of respect. Every single person that has fought a lot will tell you that unless you're picking on a person smaller and weaker than you or sucker punching someone into unconsciousness, you're getting punched in the face. Generally, a fighter doesn't want to fight. It's absolutely true. Outside of a competition or ring, unless they're a sociopathic monster or get attacked, they don't want to fight. Cause punching folks and getting punched hurts and brings cops and potential assault charges, or even beep charges, if that punch lands wrong or that person has an aneurysm. I grew up in, let's call it, a bad neighborhood with an addicted dad that thought punching in the face was punctuation on a sentence. Any sentence. Randomly. He was a 3rd dan black belt before OxyContin and cocaine. I have skull x-rays from the second time the cops pulled me out of that house and him to jail over truancy. I wasn't allowed to go to school if I had marks on my face that are pretty interesting. Broken orbital bone, cracked sinus cavity wall, piece of jaw hinge missing that was floating around in my body somewhere until I recently had it removed from my scalp. Beep. I say that to say this. I can take a punch. Really well. I have numbness around my jaw and one orbital bone from reconstruction. If someone just hits me once, most of the time, I'm going to be fine. If they hit someone significantly smaller, well, in my state you are absolutely allowed to strike someone in the defense of someone else if you fear for their lives. I'm not gonna run if someone squares off with me or hits a smaller person, but I won't start it. I'll try to talk them down. Buy them a beer, joke with them. Whatever it takes. I don't like conflict and I am not a violent guy. The point I'm making is that I, and people that have actually fought, don't generally want to lull. I've lost a bunch of fights. Had my beat handed to me several times. Never without the other person being pretty damaged though. I've won a few here and there. Usually, they're over fast and beep. Everyone is hurt and nobody wins really. Like, I won't enjoy adding the 5th time to my broken nose, haha. The guys that bump chests with people are great. If you enter my door at all, step in between my arms and touch me, I'm gonna hurt you fast. That's the first punch to me. I've tried to de-escalate and you're touching me. I'm a large brown guy, but I'm always smiling and friendly to folks. No point in being a beep. So, for some reason dudes from like 21 to 30 think I'm an easy target to test their manhood with lol. Generally I just pick up and throw. It's usually same beep in what looks like an Ed Hardy shirt, you know the kind. Wears his sunglasses on the back of his head, introduces himself by immediately telling you his job or income, will not take a no from any girl he talks to because somehow they owe him. Cause money, I guess, who has been screaming for a solid 2 minutes about how tough they are and their friends goad them into starting a fight. When you pick a guy up and toss him, they generally stop lol. I have arthritis in both hands so I like to stop their lol. If he gets indignant, I ask him how the fight was, and if they had peanuts. Some guys laugh, some get butthurt and want to scrap. You've already had a warning. That's the one. If they throw the first one or touch me, generally I slap first. Odd. I'm 6 foot and almost 300 olds, and I lifted stuff for a living for about a decade. My hands are hard even if I look a little squishy. If I have to swing again, I usually throw a jab and step into it. Just a little rabbit punch. It never stays neat or coordinated after that. A lot of times it's just wild because he came out of nowhere. Most of the time, he wants to fight. He's fit and gym muscle. He's aggressive and super beep about being tossed and then slapped, but he doesn't know how. Most people have never fought for real. Most people don't know how to throw anything but a wild haymaker. Or maybe a jab if they took a class lol. It's a little fun to watch someone telegraph and bop them on the nose because they think a punch gets thrown like a baseball lol. I grew up trying to fight off a very mentally ill addict twice my size, who thought I was trying to beep him or call the police on him for years. It beeped, but it made me okay in a scuffle lol. The most important part about kicking a guy's beep though, even if he's a beep, help him up, brush him off, buy him a beer, and hope he's a better dude for the experience. Some people need punched. I've seen it change people in a big way. They stop, coming in loud and baggy. They get more polite. Beep, they might even become friends with you. Never know, haha. Just be comfortable in being a guy. You don't have to prove anything to be secure. Stop trying to be a weird, angry peacock and learn to be kind to others. Take accountability for your actions. Surety and confidence make people respect you. Honesty makes them trust you. A sense of humor, empathy, kindness, and generosity make them actually care about and like you. You can't punch your way into someone's heart, and you should never start a fight with a stranger. You don't know what he's like or where he's been, and punches can lead to a lot of problems, the hospital or jail. Have the ability to defend yourself, try not to use it.
Take you as my wife, to have and to hold till death do us part. Why do we have divorced people?
Edit. They say they do, but they don't. They just don't get it.
That they are religious. Too many say they are, but in reality, the things they do show the exact opposite.
Not be a hypocrite. We are all hypocrites in cute ways sometimes.
Watched their favourite film literally hundreds of times.
I did my homework but forgot to bring it.
Wash their hands or wipe front to back.
Plus.
Meditate.
Washing their hands, especially after going to the restroom, even more especially in their own home. You little nasties.
Thanks for watching. This has been an AutoGenLabs production. That means that this video was created by a robot out of content on Reddit. We show all account names and list them in the description to credit the Redditor community that makes our work possible. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. We post new videos every day. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please leave a comment. Our human department for public relations reads all of them, or won't be let out of their cages again. Goodbye.